Hey, I'm just another Joe named Greg. People keep asking me, who you voting for? You're voting for Barack, right? And I'm like, no, I'm not. You're voting for McCain? No, I'm not. Who are you voting for? Cynthia McKinney. They're like, who the hell's Cynthia McKinney? I say, you guys are just out of the loop, man. Get educated and then decide who you're going to vote for, you know? Cynthia McKinney is a United States congresswoman from Georgia. Well, she isn't any longer because she took on the special interest and they kicked her butt right out of Washington. But when she was a congresswoman, she had the courage to stand up and vote against the illegal invasion of Iraq. She voted against actually authorizing the president to go to war with Iraq, which that's what Congress did. So she voted against it. She was one of the few lone voices of dissent up there. She had Ron Paul was over there on the Republican ticket, and that's who, I'm a Republican, so I'm watching guys like Ron Paul, and I'm thinking, great. And then I'm watching people like Cynthia McKinney. A lot of people think a lot of Democrats voted against the war. They did not. The numbers just don't really get too big. And Cynthia McKinney is the only one running for president right now. All the other people who voted against the war have already dropped out, and there were only two, to my knowledge. It was Dennis Kucinich and Ron Paul were the only two guys that voted against it. Now, Cynthia McKinney actually voted against it. Barack Obama has never voted against the war. He's voted to continue the funding of the occupation, and he was not in office when they voted to authorize the president to go to war. So anybody who thinks he voted against the war needs to get their facts straight. So anyway, that's why I'm voting for Cynthia McKinney. She's also put Don Rumsfeld on the spot and didn't let up about missing built trillions at the Pentagon that nobody has still accounted for, to my knowledge. And she's just a true patriot. I may not agree with her on like little tiny issues here and there, but you know what? And she's on the other side of the aisle as far as I'm concerned. Like she's considered to be more of a liberal Democrat. Being an African American woman, people would assume that she's must be like really liberal and want to spend everybody's money. But no, I have never seen her do that. I'm sure she votes for stuff that helps people and all that, but she's more like into making sure our money's not squandered, out there in Washington land. So I look at her as a real true patriot. I don't care what ticket she's from, what side of the aisle she's on. She's a friend of the people. She's a friend of mine. I love her. She's got my vote. Cynthia McKinney.